Hello. Oceanic Flight 815 took off from Sydney, Australia. And then stuff happened. So what's up? The Boy Scouts of America have sexually assaulted their way into bankruptcy. After sexually assaulting tens of thousands of children, the Boy Scouts now have to pay out $2.5 billion in settlement funds. They're going through a Chapter 11 bankruptcy to make this work, which means stuff. But they're largely gonna have all of their property still, just be a little bit more strapped for cash because of the whole sexually assaulting tens of thousands of children thing. I was a Cub Scout and then a Boy Scout for the majority of my teenage years. My parents pulled me out of Boy Scouts because of sexual assault that happened in my troop. So, you know, we made a meatball out of mammoth meat. Like a mammoth meatball. An Australian lab-grown meat company called Vow sequenced some mammoth DNA and peppered in some modern elephant stuff in there and then kind of crammed that into other animal cells and grew that into a meatball. I know your question. No, they didn't taste it. We don't have reporting on that. Apparently they're concerned about what it might do to their immune system or something, given that we haven't had this meat around in a long time. I offer myself as sacrifice. Give me that mammoth ball. Anyway, it's a publicity stunt about lab-grown meat, which is actually kind of an interesting thing that's going on right now, but largely I'm just interested in that mammoth ball. What do guacamole and workers' rights have in common? They both cost extra at Chipotle. Chipotle is being forced to pay out $240,000 to employees who were at a store that they closed after those employees attempted to unionize. That is illegal. Still, weird how that's still illegal. Anyway, these employees submitted a petition to the NLRB to make a union, and Chipotle was like, oh, we're just gonna, nothing has to do with anything, we're just closing the store. To which the NLRB was like, nah. And so now, in addition to paying out to these employees, Chipotle has to put them on preferential hiring lists and post signs around their other locations saying, we won't try to union bust you. I bet that's gonna fix the problem. There was a shooting. Multiple children are dead after attending the school that they go to learn at. They were slaughtered at their place of learning despite being 9 years old and being students. The slaughtering of these 9-year-olds took place using a gun that's designed to kill a fully grown man wearing body armor in one shot. Never mind that, let's talk about Zelda. Nintendo released 10 minutes of gameplay from the new upcoming sequel to Breath of the Wild called Tears of the Kingdom. They showed off the new mechanics and it looks really fun and very Nintendo-y. Lots of like, do weird shit and see what happens. Specifically, Link is gonna have the brand new ability of just kind of taking two things and smushing them together. It's sort of like a pseudo crafting system, but if you're like wielding a stick and you see a rock, you can just kind of like, and now you've got a club. But wait, there's more. You can also stick large objects together to make entire constructs. So you can like take some logs and stick them together and then like put some fans on them, and now you've got a raft that has fan power. They showed off some other abilities and it looks genuinely fun. I'm excited to play around in this sandbox world. It looks good. And no children were slaughtered during the presentation. Rapid fire. The Fed has lost money for the first time ever. For some reason, Zelensky and Orlando Bloom hung out for a bit. I don't know why. Biden signed an executive order saying that the US can't use commercial spyware against citizens. Sure, dog. Europol is kind of spooked by ChatGPT, and they're like, hey, this could be used for a lot of crimes. Adding to the giant pile of problems with the founder of now collapsed crypto company FTX, apparently he might have bribed some Chinese officials to the tune of $40 million. They're making D&D in Minecraft. And vice versa. Twitter had a secret VIP list of people whose tweets get pushed harder, and it included those like Elon Musk himself and Ben Shapiro. And finally, there was a bunch of chaos in Philly as officials sent out a text alert saying, hey, don't drink your tap water, it might be contaminated. And then people were like, what? And then they were like, you can drink your tap water, we just don't know if it's contaminated. Because that's America, baby. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Stuff Keeps Happening. Head to stuffkeepshappening.online for sources, bonus content, and a reminder of why you did that thing in 8th grade. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be back on Friday. Take care and be well.